Well, this song was written by folk singer Phil Ochs in 1964. And here we are some 62 years later, and we still haven't learned a darn thing. In his spirit, I have added a verse or two. I don't think Phil would mind. Oh, I marched in the Battle of New Orleans at the end of the early British War. The young land started growing, the young blood started flowing, but I ain't a-marching anymore. Well, I killed my share of Injuns in 1,000 different fights. I was there at the Little Big Horn. I heard many men lying, I saw many more dying, but I ain't marching anymore. You know, it's always the old that lead us to the wars, and it's always the young who fall. Now look at all we've won with the saber and the gun, and tell me, was it worth it all? Well, I stole California from the Mexican land, and I fought in a bloody civil war. Yes, I even killed my brothers and so many others, but I ain't a-marching anymore. Well, I flew the final mission in the Japanese skies, set off the mighty mushrooms roar. When I saw the cities burning, I knew that I was learning that I ain't a-marching anymore. You know, we marched in the jungles of Vietnam, in the desert of the Middle Eastern wars. The dominoes weren't falling, but Uncle Sam kept calling, but I ain't a-marching anymore. You know, it's always the old that lead us to the wars, and it's always the young who fall. Now look at all we've won with the saber and the gun, and tell me, was it worth it all? It is my hope that young people all across this nation will stand up and say no. No. They're sending us to bomb little girls in Iran. No one has a clue just what for. Call it peace, call it treason, call it love, call it reason, but I ain't a-marching anymore. No, I ain't a-marching anymore. Oh, I ain't a-marching